Welcome to my daily practice at Wendy Coad Art. If you find this video interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video.
Hi, it's Wendy, and welcome to my studio. I'm excited today because I have paper on the other side of these panels, new paper that's freshly being painted. So it's that moment of newness and excitement. Um, I'm 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 excited to get busy, get right into it. I just found another uh, bin of brushes, so I'm excited about that as well. Big brushes, little brushes. Oh, there's some other materials in here too. Some small, maybe I'll work with some of this. Some small rollers. Huh. I'm just remembering the last time I used these, I did some interesting things with them. So, and my forever wonderful, these are the Japanese paintbrushes, and I use them too because they really hold liquid medium very, very well. And then the squeegee, I just showed how I make my squeegees. I'll give you the recap. So I get the dustbins from the dollar store, and I just cut to eliminate the handle because all I need is really just a long narrow part. I'm a little disappointed because the size has been reduced, the size of the rubber piece, which is the working part. But it seems like a nice rubber, and maybe a nicer rubber. We'll see, though. Those are my squeegees. I mean, those are pint-sized squeegees. Of course, you can get the big ones professionally, but I like to try tools. I've taken tree branches and little broom parts and plastic forks to make marks. It's mark making, and it's as old as time itself. So, and I actually, just to riff on that, I really do feel connected with time when I use tools that are more primal, more based on what I imagine uh, were used in the past, things like that. It's uh, not my main area of interest, but it is interesting, don't you think? So, okay, let's get to work now. I, I, I want to do something with these that's um, different, and I don't know what that is. And that is a dilemma for artists, for me as an artist. Different, don't know what it is. Obviously, I've just about covered the surfaces with as many medium-sized markings as I possibly can. And I also have some, little spots. So I've got the small and medium, um, and introducing some larger strokes is, I guess, what's holding me back because the layers have gotten to the point where it's just going to be difficult. It'll be difficult to do. So, that makes me hold back, I guess. But there comes a time where you have to kind of push the little duckling into the water, to use kind of a odd analogy. You just have to like push it, and if it swims, it swims, and if it doesn't, okay. Um, for me, there's always another painting. So I want something if I use something light, it'll get lost. You know, I've put some white in, so I'm going to try just a nice dark statement. I'm going to try to just put something largish, and one of my favorites, we'll see how this goes. This could really go either way. So I have indigo here. I'm going to do quite broad. All right, here we go. Direction. Oh, already I'm liking it. I can see that it's working. I mean, the paint's not dry, so it's not over. It's not even so big, but it's just got some contrast. Oh, what a relief. Contrast. Let's see. Put one right in the middle. Right in the middle. Why not? Well, doesn't work every time, but it's worth a try. Ooh, I don't know if you can see this, but the red underneath, the vermilion, really shone through. Okay, well, this is good. Oh, and I'm over that trepidation, which was killing me. It was killing me. Oh, more good stuff. Although that might not have been the right place to put it. We'll see. Let's do another one. Give it a little sister or brother there. Oh, yeah. I might have to think of something else here. But I'm going to let it dry because I know from experience that if I do not, there's going to be a lot more work ahead. Wow. Even though I thought these were done. You know, the other thing is many of the dark parts, shapes, have been overlapped by more paint, other colors, different things. And so this is like, boom, just like right on the surface. It's really kind of in front of everything. And I like that. I'm looking at this one kind of like music, you know, like a musical score. And, you know, where the next note comes and, you know, which note it is. There's just a lot of reference, a lot of, you know, a lot that goes on. Okay. Now, now that I've gotten started, I don't want to stop. And there's no reason for me to stop until I run out of paint. Okay, no, I really should stop. But, you know, and this is why it's almost like I trick myself, you know, to not looking at what I've just done for too long until the paint dries, because I don't know what's going to happen until the paint dries. So I'm going to move the panels around, and I'm going to start on the other side. This is the new paper. It's working out pretty good. And this is the what I was talking about in terms of the freshness. I mean, the early markings with a lot of white. I shouldn't call it freshness. I should just call it markings with a lot of white. There's something appealing about that. There's something appealing to me about how the paint in areas that are thicker is has a little bit more of a gloss, a little bit more of that plastic acrylic look, which is not my favorite. I like it more matte, and there's ways of doing that. But here, this wash is it's just so subtle, and there's so many variations to it and in it. I just get seduced by the surfaces and just these little adventures that occur. But then I can't paint, so then I have to step back and go, well, what am I here for? A little bit like Alice in Wonderland, I can just kind of get lost in one of those rooms. All right, I'm going to try the same thing on this side that I did on the other side. It could work, maybe yes, maybe no. There's definitely a lot of time left for the experiment. The experimenting. So I'm trying to take my head out of this so that I don't just stare at paint on paper. Okay, well, we've established a relationship there. Now, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to do more here. Oh, that's nice. Instead of just the block, it just kind of moved into lines. More lines, but lines in different directions now. I'm going to put a little bit more here. And what you can also do, there's paint on the squeegee, and that's okay. I can just, put more paint on it, or I can wash it off. But I like to sometimes let it clean itself a little bit more by just knocking it against the canvas. Well, paper, in this case, paper. The other thing that I don't think there's enough of the paint. Let me get a brush. So if I just move the paint down to the edge, I can also get, some lines, like diagonal lines. cutting through. Little spears of paint and color, you know, directionally leading your eye to somewhere on the surface. And knowing that a lot of this will disappear. A lot of this will not remain because of my process. I'm just going to keep going until there's nothing left for me to do. And how do I know that? By looking, by observing, by monitoring every inch. And so that's it. So these panels, both sides, have been addressed for today. And that's about it for today. But there's plenty more. And so thank you for joining me, my studio, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tape. Have a good day. So I'm so happy that you are joining me today, and maybe other days too. I'll take you through my day-to-day as an artist, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tape. Thanks for being here.